We in here. What's going on, everybody? Coming through. This gonna be a super quick one, man. We talking about how I use Soothe2 on rap beats and vocals, and everybody was super duper excited. So we finna get into it, man. People say, "What is Soothe2, man? What is it?" The way I describe Soothe2 best is it's a harsh frequency tamer. That's how I use it. And let me be upfront. I don't necessarily know technically what this plugin does. I just know what I use it for. And that's what I use it for. To tame harsh frequencies. And so without further ado, I'm going to show you a couple of the ways I do that. So we'll start off with, I know a lot of people from my tribe, we have we got these guitar pedals that we've been using on our melodies. And sometimes on a guitar. This is just a guitar pedal. This is the Chase Bliss Audio Dark World on a guitar. So check it out, regular raw. Right there we start getting some frequencies that are a little bit uncomfortable, you know. So yeah, so if you'll see, like, what is a harsh frequency? If you'll walk with me, by default, people say that anything in this area between 1 kilohertz and 2 kilohertz is like uncomfortable, you know. So if you'll notice, when you pull up Soothe2, it comes default on that. So check it out. See, it comes, well, actually it's between the 4K and 8K, but it comes default on that. So, but the main thing you want to do is train your ears, because if it's not uncomfortable to you, then you may not be able to use a plugin like this. You know, it's got a premium price and it's kind of a premium plugin. This is not a plugin for just a regular bedroom producer. You have to have a trained ear to use this. But here's why it's important to use it. Because people are very intelligent. When they listen to music, they're very intelligent. What's up, Dirt One? This actually, Dirt One requested this. People are very intelligent and they'll know something is wrong with your music but won't be able to articulate it. But that doesn't mean that they're wrong just because they can't articulate it. You know, music is supposed to be an effortless experience. If you see somebody listen to your beats or one of your songs and they start squinting their eyes, you know, and trying to pick out something or trying to hear something, then that means it probably won't be a good experience from them. You're not going to get a good report. So this is a guitar put through a guitar pedal because that ages the sample a little bit. And as you can see, let me turn this off. As you can see, the active place where everything is going on is right here around 1K, 2K, where I was telling you, that annoying place. So what you do is slide Soothe over here. Now, Soothe is a little bit tricky. Actually, when you see this up, this doesn't mean that it's turning this frequency up. This is the frequency that is kind of compressing and zeroing in on, you know. So right now I've tamed that. Listen to it without it. That's kind of in the middle of your head. And that just keeps it down and makes it a little more tolerable. If you want to hear exactly what the plugin is doing, it's two ways to do that, I think. Where is it? Sometimes I use this delta thing. And it lets you hear the part of it that is kind of taken out. So where is that other one, though? See, you can side chain it. I'm not doing all of this. I'll never use that. And I always start off, it comes default in the soft, on the soft modes. Hard mode is like, it'll compress it a lot. Like, it'll push it all the way down. But I never go on that one. I haven't had a instance yet. Only a few times do I have to go harsh with it. But that's what it does. But just, you can do a test right now. If you don't know the difference, if you don't hear the difference between this, which is without Soothe, or this, which is with Soothe. If you don't know the difference between that, if you can't hear the difference, then you probably should get a production partner or somebody with a trained ear who can really zero in and hear things. You also see you got the different shelves and stuff you can put on it depending on how you want to come in. And like I said, if you got something where you just want to zero in on that frequency, you can use your mouse wheel to roll it and make it more narrow and more precise, or broaden it. And it's just a useful tool because we got these guitars and melodies we putting through these pedals and aging them, putting the warble on them and the VHS effect. And sometimes it creates little artifacts and you want to do away with those artifacts. And that's one of the ways I do it. So let's move on. I also do acapellas. We're going to do the acapella now. We're going to do the sound first. Now this one is kind of easy to hear. Like listen to this sound. What's up, Justin? Listen to this sound right there. See that thing that kind of sounds like a bike squeak or something? Now, see, me personally, I like sounds like that because this sound has got a lot going on and it's wild. This is from the Falcon 2 library. But it's too much going on, bro. It's too much going on because there's nothing wrong with harsh frequencies, actually. Harsh frequencies belong in music, but you have to use them with discretion. You know, it's kind of like sugar. Too much sugar, it messes things up. Not to plug in actual sugar, but see, this right here, harsh frequency should be used to alert the listener or make them pay attention. It should never be a constant ongoing thing because that's going to be an uncomfortable listening experience. So I got Soothe2 on here. You see right here in this circle between 1K and 2K, it's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna move it down here. And it instantly tamed it. All right, this is without it. This is with it. And that's what it does. And if that's something, see, that's a comfortable place for me. But if you want to go harder with it, you can push it all the way up. Or you can go back to the 3, put it on harsh. And it can really smush it, depending on how aggressive you want to get with it. Like I said, I use it in a subtle way because I don't want to change the character of the sound too much. But, you know, it's different strokes for different folks, man. So once you get something like that, then you can come down here. Let me turn Soothe off, and then you can have make it sit in the mix in a cool way. See what I'm saying? And you can have a usable sound in the beat that's not really stressing out your listener. So I also use it on acapellas. You know, I rap, but and I mean not acapellas, just on vocals because I rap. And sometimes in vocals are very hard to tame sometimes because the vocal, you want it to sit in the beat like it was always there. You want the beat in your vocal to sound like one thing. And you go through all of that trouble trying to do it, but sometimes compression brings out harsh frequencies, different plugins, different things we use bring out more harsh frequencies on our vocals. So sometimes if you want that vocal to sound a little more buttery, throw the Soothe on it. Let me play some before.
Intentions are sending you to a dimension where there will be no coming back. It's suspended in time and space. Born on the set, I'ma die in this place. I come to stress, put them lies in your face. Lyrically, can't no one mirror me still. How many years I've been waiting on the contender to show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard.
So look at that.
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard. All they can.
So it's cool, but it's kind of got this little nasally thing going on. And it's just over time, it's not comfortable to listen to. And your user won't be able to the user can't put their finger on it, but you can put your finger on it. Antitrust, I do need it.
To show up, pacing.
See right up here?
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard.
It's actually between 4K and 8K. See if you can hear the difference between this.
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard. All they can say is I'm weird.
Now I'm gonna play it without it.
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard. All they can say is I'm weird.
I don't know if it's just these headphones, but in these headphones, and this is just a $150 pair of headphones. That's not cheap, but it's not premium. I know people with super expensive headphones. When I play this is one way you can maybe cheat it if your ears aren't trained yet. This is sitting in a different place in my head. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense to you. This is without it.
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard. All they can say is I'm weird.
That's like up here by my nose in the middle of my head.
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard.
I can feel it right there. But when I turn the Soothe on.
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard. All they can say is I'm weird. Guess run the beat.
It's actually sitting in the same place, but it's just sitting there in a softer way. It's not making its presence known inside my head. I can't feel it there.
To show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard. All they can say is I'm weird.
And that. And you definitely do need it because a lot of y'all are sending beats out and it's got the harsh frequencies on it and you got a good beat, but the listener or the artist who you want to buy the beat, they can't listen to it comfortably because you left so many harsh frequencies in there. And so you want something to be chill so you can come up with a vocal kind of like this.
I said to you to a dimension where there will be no coming back. It's suspended in time and space. Born on the set, I'ma die in this place. I come to stress, put them lies in your face. Lyrically, can't no one mirror me still. How many years I've been waiting on the contender to show up, pacing my throne, stroking my beard.
So the last instance I'm gonna show you is a thing we use a lot of. Everybody right now, you want 808s to be, appreciate that on Leeway. You want 808s to be heard on phones. So what do? We use saturation and or harmonic distortion. And that's cool if you just got it on the 8. But sometimes when you do that, it's cool when you do it on the 808s. But what if you want to do it on 2 instances? Because sometimes I have sounds like synth sounds that I also want harmonic distortion on so they can sound a certain type of way. Like listen to this right here. So I use little radiator on this because listen to it without little radiator. It's cool, but it's just like a little, but you put the little radiator on it, it pop out a little more. Then I put the micro shift on it just to spread it out a little bit. And it's cool. It's a real cool sound. So boom, I like that. But then I get down to my bass, and y'all don't laugh at this bass. This is like a little tuba type bass. I just made this so I can show you guys what's going on. I probably won't use this beat, but check it out. Rummathy, what it do? Quarter piece, what it do? Now see this right here, I put little radiator and black box on it. Now listen to it without. So it clearly needed something. So I wanted to stand out, put some saturation on it in 2 instances. But now the problem we have is and it sounds almost okay, but a way that you can hear if harsh frequencies are clashing with each other is the little crackling. If you have a good pair of monitors or a nice pair of headphones, listen for the crackling. And I can hear that crackling, and I think it's going on most. Let me see. I think the most forward sound is the synth, so I'm gonna put Soothe on the synth so I can tame it a little bit. The bass is already kind of sitting back there, so I don't want to mess with it too much. So the crackling is still happening, even though I got Soothe on it. Let's take it down to the area. It's still happening just a little bit. Still happening a little bit. Let me see. Hold up. You can really hear it at the end of those notes. It's still happening. Let me see if I get aggressive. It's still happening, man. I think I'm gonna have to go aggressive with this one. Okay. Now the crackling is gone. I'm gonna take the Soothe off. Big hug, what it do? Yeah, so put it back on. Now this is a problem I sometimes run into. Now we see I was so harsh on that synth that it kind of changed the character of the synth. But here's why I'm not afraid of that. Because we want to hear a bunch of full and lush sounds because we producers, but when the vocal get on top of that, and a lot of vocals live between this 1K and 2K. If you're Young Thug or something, you live in between the 2K and 4K. But this right here, you want the instruments to get out of the way anyway. So I'm not too concerned about a slight change in character because the engineer who is engineering the rapper was going to have to move that anyway. You know? Melodic Mouse, what it do? So that's just 4 ways that I use Soothe2, man. And I think everybody should, they got a trial on a plugin, go try it out. And what it has done for me is I used to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just trying to just get frequencies right. I'm on EQs, dialing stuff in. I was putting plugins on stuff. I was trying to side chain stuff, and you got a plug-in now that you can just pull it up and apply something, and you're gonna be straight. I got it on the whole song now. That ain't supposed to happen. But yeah, man, that's Soothe2, man. Y'all go use it. Well, all of us got it.